Here we have the current stock market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful with your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So here we're going to be taking a look at the hourly price chart. There are some important reasons for this. We're starting to see some major topside breaks here, some major bullish breakouts. So we're going to be looking at the hourly time frame here to sort of take a bit of a step back and to assess this stock from a bit of an intermediate term time frame. Additionally, I want to be looking at the hourly exponential moving averages as well as the hourly indicator readings at this point, because this is going to be the most common viewpoint that would be seen in the market. The daily chart and the hourly chart tend to be the most popular time frames. So essentially, what we want to see here is what most of the market is seeing, because we are on the verge of some very significant price movements here to the top side. After the stock rallied from our prior support zone coming in at $3.60. So as we can see here, this near-term price movement has now broken above this prior price high, which came in at $5.96. Of course, that was a very important price region because, as we know, the $6 level is important not only for psychological reasons, which it does have, some component there with that. But in addition to that, we have this major resistance double top area that we have been watching for this stock for quite some time. So essentially, this 601 level was tested on two separate occasions, and then the last time that we traded in this area, we saw share prices take a massive decline lower. So we did see share prices fail there on two separate occasions. And then prices fell back toward important long-term support levels just above $3.60. So the major question here was, this is the major question we were asking here, was whether or not this was going to happen again. Were we going to see share prices fail again at this $6.01 level, or were we going to be able to see a break to the top side? So here today, we finally have our answer. The prior resistance zone, as I said, came in at 596. So we were starting to see some price movements here to the downside. It wasn't exactly clear if we were going to see this today's breakout. I mean, we could have seen a failure here. We could have moved right into 596 and then seen share prices move lower. I mean, that would not have been, a major surprise, because this is essentially what happened the last time NIO was trading near that $6 mark. But today, what we can see here is that share prices did manage to see it to make this significant break higher. And now what we're currently looking at is a price high coming at $6.20. So essentially, what are the main questions at this point? Will we just see this short-term breakout to the top side? Will we see a bit of a resistance break here and then a reversal lower is one major question. And there is some possibility there because we do have a red candle that has formed here. However, what we're already starting to see is that share prices are starting to base here right at this 20-period exponential moving average. So this is the hourly price chart, which means that this yellow line here is the 20-hour exponential moving average. And as we can see here, the stock price did manage to bounce right off of that level. So currently, this is the main short-term support zone to the downside. What we're seeing is share prices developing some support right near $5.70. So I can write that down on the price chart here. So this is the main short-term level that we're watching to the downside. If we do see a break here, if we see a downside break of $5.70, that we would expect then for some of this upside pressure to start to abate and possibly slow down. That would then possibly send share prices lower, at least for a bit of a sideways consolidation period, because most likely then what we would be seeing is that NIO stock prices are now caught inside of these exponential moving averages. So when that happens, you start to see a lot of sideways price movement. There's really not much of a trend direction and things like that. So from a short-term perspective, that would be the kind of immediate downside risk. Longer term, however, we do have to consider the fact that this is a major upside breakout. So now we have to look a bit longer term on this price chart here. We're going to zoom out a bit here. And we do need to sort of take a look at what type of price structures currently rest overhead. So as we can see here, this was a lot of work to get to this point. I mean, this was not an easy road to travel. But now that we're here, now that we have really called the bottom here, and we have actually broken through this major resistance zone, this double top area coming in at 601. The next question is, how far can we travel upward from here? I understand that some people have been long this stock for a very long time. Some people are long this stock from much higher levels, and this recent breakout is encouraging. But this is only encouraging for the people that have been watching my videos and were able to get in on these share price movements while the stock was bouncing off of that 350 support zone. So for these longer term traders, people that have been holding this position for a longer period of time, the real question is, how much further can we extend to the top side? Can we see a major rocket high or a major breakout here to the top side? So, the first point to make here is that we have now broken above this major resistance zone. That is a very large piece of work that does need to be done here in order to accomplish major rallies. As I pointed out previously, the next major level of resistance here comes in at $6.30. This would be the price high, which was developed during the middle of March 2024. So there is some risk here that we could start to see some downside movement in advance of that area. In my opinion, that this is not a major resistance zone because there aren't many reasons to point to that level specifically. There were many more reasons, in my view, to point to the $6.01 level, because as we can see here, not only is it a region of historical resistance, but it's also a Fibonacci resistance level. If we're looking at this dominant price move in the downside direction from roughly 965 down to 360, that would be this price movement here. We can see that the roughly the $6 level, it's actually just below the $6 level, but that $6 level essentially is a 38.2% Fibonacci retracement. So we had two different signals here pointing to that area. So now that we have seen this major breakout here, I wouldn't really expect to see much resistance coming in at this $6.30 level, but that is something that we need to watch here near term. And then in addition to that, my next major level of resistance comes in at $7.35 because this is the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement of this same trending move. So here's the current stock market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.